What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? Let me put on that lo-fi music that I know y'all love so much on these streams. We got some Sonic lo-fi, of course. Of course, it only makes sense that we have some Sonic lo-fi today. How is everybody doing? What is up? We are in episode 12 of sorry, give me a second. So, we are on episode 12 of the official Tierlist Podcast. I'm going to link the tweet. Make sure you share this, like and retweet this tweet. And if you have any questions for our guest today, which is Bowblax, make sure to leave them under that tweet. So I guess we should just get into it. Let me say hi to everybody in chat real quick before I bring in our special guest. What is up, Teddy, Dusk, Miss K, Party, Sherry? What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing today? So let me pull up the stream manager on my phone, keep a track of everything. Okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna undeafen and bring in our guest. We've got Bowblax here. I gotta get faster at setting all this up. Yo, what's up, Bowblax?
Sorry, I was muted. Yo, what's up, everybody? What is up? Sonic fans, MikeTheBike fans.
Dude, we're all together now. Sonic fans and MikeTheBike fans. So, for anyone that might be stumbling across, how about you tell them about you and yourself?
I am Bowblax, full-time Sonic fan, part-time drama YouTuber, ready to rank the best Sonic games on YouTube, though. I just talk about drama. Not as fun as Sonic the Hedgehog, but it's cool. You can check it out if you want. But today we are here for the real shit.
That's right. Let me see if I can pop out my chat over. Oh, I actually have my chat right by my side. Okay, so as y'all can see, we're at 48 followers. We only need 2 followers left before we can reach that follower goal for affiliate. So if any of y'all are not following, make sure you follow. But let's get right into this list. So we pretty much got all the Sonic games that I can think of here. So I guess we'll just go through them. So we've got our tier list here from S to F, and then for any that you might not have played. So I've only played like a handful of Sonic games, don't have that much experience. So I'm gonna kind of leave it to you to guide us on this stream.
Yeah, I've played pretty much a majority of these. There's some like weird little Sonic games I haven't played here and there. There is some big Sonic games I haven't played, notably like Sonic Rush Adventure, the Sonic Advance games. Do need to get to those eventually, but it should be a pretty complete list. I played majority of these, like 80% for sure.
Yeah, and then for like, I'm sure there's games you have more to say than others. This is not an objective list. It's just whatever you personally really like, and then you can defend or not defend whatever choices you feel you need to. But I guess we'll just get started off with Sonic the Fighters. Is that the old fighting game? Like for the...
Yeah, like the 3D kind of arcade fighting game.
Yeah, I did play this one once at my friend's place. I remember it being pretty fun, but not like, I was used to playing things like Tekken and other fighting games, so it wasn't like comparable to that for me.
I think it's pretty fun for what it is. I don't think it's a bad game at all. It's obviously not like an amazing game, but it's pretty good for what it is. And I would personally put it on C, like right in the middle.
Okay. Thank you, Carla Cocaro. I assume it's a Spanish name. For the follow. I appreciate that. So we'll put that up here in C. Okay, Sonic and the Secret Rings. This is the one where they're like in medieval times, right?
No, that's Sonic and the Black Knight. Secret Rings is when they're in Arabian times. Arabian folklore stories. It's based on like fantasy, like storybooks. So Black Knight is based on like King Arthur. Secret Rings is based on like genies and Aladdin type shit.
Right. Okay, that I've never even heard of that one. Wow.
So Sonic and the Secret Rings is a game that came out for the Wii right after Sonic 06. And the history of this game is that Sonic 06 had a full development team ready to go, ready to make a polished game, but the Wii was coming out, and Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 cannot run on the Wii. So they cut the team in half and the other team made secret rings, and the remaining people tried to finish Sonic 06 and didn't. So the reason Sonic 06 is bad is because of secret rings. On top of that, it's controlled exclusively with motion controls. It's a sideways Wii remote that you tilt back and forth, and it runs on rails. It plays like garbage. Sonic is not like fast at the beginning. You have to level up his speed through these little missions. It's a bad game. It's a bad game. I think it's one of the worst Sonic games. I'm putting it in F tier.
Damn. All right.
I don't like this game.
All right.
It's shit.
No, that's fair enough. Okay, Sonic and Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Winter Games. Okay, this isn't the one I played. I played the very first one on the Wii. And I remember having a lot of fun with that one. So I haven't played this one at the Winter Games. Have you played this one?
I have played it, but only on the DS, and there was a very fun adventure mode that I loved as a kid. And I love this game as a kid because when it came out, it's representing the Olympic Games for 2010, which is in Vancouver. I live 2 hours away from Vancouver. That whole time was very magical to me as a kid because there's like everything going on. Obviously, I was young, but so I couldn't like fully enjoy it. But it was like really festive, really cool, awesome that the Olympic Games happened near me. And the game itself, the DS version at least, has a really kind of fun story mode. You know, it's not the best game in the world, but it's fun for what it is. And as a kid, I enjoyed it a lot. If I were to pick up this game as an adult now and play through it, I probably wouldn't hold it in as high of regard, but because of like the Olympic Games it's representing, and you know, all these characters that I love coming together and making a story or whatever, to me as a kid, I like it a lot. So I'm gonna put a B tier. I don't know. I feel like that's a good balance, right?
Yeah. I mean, again, you can't judge it based off like, you don't have like the recent experience to play it, but you can go off memory. Like a good example I'll give you, Croc, an old PS1 game, a game I played until it didn't work anymore on the PS1.
Holy shit. Nice.
I loved that game so much, but I haven't played it since it broke. Like I've never played Croc since then. But
yeah.
I think that game actually has a funny story where it was supposed to be a Yoshi game originally.
Oh yeah, I actually know that.
Mm-hmm. So, but I remember liking that game. But so I would just base it off what I know. So that's all you're doing with this game. I think that's totally fair.
Yeah, of course. Sonic and the Black Knight. This is a sequel to Secret Rings. They finally learned, and they made it so you can play it with a nunchuck. Wow, control stick. But the structure of the game's still the same. It's still like on rails. But it plays way better than Sonic and the Secret Rings, but that's not really saying much because I think the gameplay at its core is bad. But the theme and the story and the atmosphere of the game, I think this is the best like theming ever in a Sonic game. I think this Sonic game has like one of the best vibes ever. There's so many cool vocal tracks by Crush 40. You listen to Sonic music, right?
I know a good amount of Crush 40's songs. I actually opened up the stream with Live and Learn, which, by the way, fun little story. For your birthday this year, I was actually gonna do a cover of Live and Learn, but I realized but I got sick around the time, and so I couldn't hit the vocals right. So I was like, maybe next year. So
yeah, there's always next year. I appreciate that. That would be awesome. I'm excited to listen to that eventually if you do that. But yeah. So Black Knight. Oh yeah. So the songs like Fight the Night, Night of the Wind, has some of my favorite songs in it. Great vibes, but the gameplay is garbage. I never ended up beating the game. Better than Secret Rings, but are we gonna do this list based off overall stuff or just the gameplay?
Just how you feel. Like you can include things like how the music, like you can however you want to rank it. Pretty much the way I rank, it's the way if you want like a guide by how I rank things. Usually, I'll take all my subjective feelings about something and then also look at it objectively and find like a middle ground between that, right? So for a good example, Kingdom Hearts 2, right? I love that game. That's like top of S tier for all the Kingdom Hearts games. But if I was going like all games of all time, if I take everything into account objectively and just remove myself a little bit, I'd probably drop it down to an A, but it's still staying at an A because I hold that game in such high regard, right?
Yeah.
So like you can put the music you're saying is awesome. You think the story is really cool. You think the thematic like overall thing about it is really cool. So those would all
Yeah.
obviously contribute to overall feelings of the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we should put it in C tier then.
All right.
Because I think gameplay holds like a very high weight, but also it has like one of the worst gameplay and one of the best atmospheres. So I guess it averages in the middle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Obviously, like, and we all hold different things like to different levels. Like movies for me, if your plot is shit but your characters are really really good, I'll forgive your shitty plot because to me characters are so important in a story.
Of course.
By the way, thank you so much, Hopeful Blue, for the follow. We've hit the 50 followers, so now you guys just enjoy the show. I don't really have to promote anything else.
Hell yeah.
But I mean, you could always donate. But anyways, next game, Sonic Generations. All right, I've never played the 3DS version, but I've played the console version. I'm sure that's somewhere here. So
yeah,
I guess
it'll eventually be there.
yeah.
For sure.
Uh,
So the 3DS version it's a pretty decent game. There's nothing bad about it. There's nothing really good about it either. So the modern Sonic stages, the way they do it is they make it play like Sonic Rush, which is also entirely 2D. So it's kind of like repetitive in the sense that like all the classic stages are 2D and all the modern stages are 2D, but modern just has a boost. And then they also give the homing attack to Sonic, to classic Sonic halfway through the game. And it's just on you when you actually have to use it. So like the gameplay styles end up being very similar, which I guess is a criticism, but the game is fun. And it's not like mind-blowing, but it's still pretty fun, and it brings back certain things from the past that the console generations didn't. Like the Bio Lizard is back as a boss fight, Egg Emperor is back as a boss fight. So it has some charm. I'm gonna put it in C. I think it's average.
Okay. Well, thank you, Bowblax, with a second X for following. Appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
Sonic
twice.
based. Sonic the Hedgehog 4, Episode 1.
What do you know about this game?
I know I downloaded it when it came out, and then I never ended up playing it.
So this was originally meant to be a mobile game, but then they changed it to Sonic 4 for more sales.
Oh.
And people got mad at that because obviously the classic Sonic trilogy is like so solid, and this game is just perfectly average. A lot of people hate it. I don't hate it that much. I think it's just okay, but I put it in D for sure.
Okay.
Some
Exotic.
people think it's F, but I'm more charitable.
Exotic says the game is terrible. Hopeful Blue says bad L game. Yo, what's up, Spooky? Oh shit, Spooky.
I mean, it's not great, but it's not like when I play it, I'm like, fuck this game, I want to turn it off type thing. It's just like unremarkable to play through, right? But there's nothing in it that makes me like want to kill myself. Which I can't say the same for other Sonic games.
Right.
Like Secret Rings. Like I would play Sonic 4 over Secret Rings any day.
Yeah. I get that. I totally like empathize with you on like a series that you hold so dearly, but there's like unfortunately some really bad eggs in there.
Oh, yeah.
Kingdom Hearts unfortunately suffers from that, I think. Even though there's
a
not
higher chance of that happening when there's more games too.
Oh yeah, like look at the amount of games here. And Sonic's been around Sonic's been around since 90. Oh my god.
91.
Yeah, 91. So that's like it's like 11 years older than Kingdom Hearts. So yeah, there's so many more games.
Kingdom Hearts just isn't as big of a franchise, so it just has had less entries, I think.
Yeah, I think Kingdom Hearts has 11 entries.
That's still a pretty decent amount for how long.
Yeah, no, and in my opinion, there's only 2 that I would give higher than a 7 out of 10, unfortunately. But
that's like 1 and 2, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like how I feel about Star Wars. Star Wars has 2 awesome movies, and then everything's either mid or bad. It's like
it happens, but at least like
you got the good ones, yeah.
Because like as long as there's good games, like if there's bad games as well, it's like okay, but I could just like not play them, right?
Yeah,
so
and
if
they're
you're looking forward to the next game in the franchise, it's annoying. But if you're looking at it retrospectively and you have all these games in front of you, like brand new to Kingdom Hearts series,
yeah,
it's not really that big of a deal that there's a bunch of stinkers, right?
Yeah, like Kingdom Hearts 3 to me was like a game that I was like really in my head fighting about, and then I came to the conclusion this year I'm like, this game's like a 4 out of 10. This game's actually pretty bad. But because of things regarding Kingdom Hearts 3, I'm actually hopeful for Kingdom Hearts 4, like to a big degree. So
Is Kingdom Hearts 4 announced?
Kingdom Hearts 4 was announced, I think, in April this year. I remember it so clearly
Okay.
because I woke up for a Disney trip with my friends, and I woke up to a notification that they just dropped the trailer, and I had to like not spurg out because my family was asleep. I was like, oh shit. So
When did Kingdom Hearts 1 come out?
Kingdom Hearts 1 came out in Japan, I think, in 2001, and here in 2002.
Ooh, so you're in the same position as me with Pikmin, because Pikmin 1 came out in 2001, and now the 4th game's coming out in 2023.
Yeah, like I
We're
played
in the same boat.
I played Kingdom Hearts. I first played Kingdom Hearts 1 like in 2003, so I would have been 9 years old, I think, when I first started playing Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah.
Well,
Although
that's
the difference between Pikmin and Kingdom Hearts is that Kingdom Hearts has a bunch of spin-offs. Pikmin has one spin-off. So it's
yeah,
like,
Kingdom Hearts has a bunch of spin-offs, which, in my opinion, actually is the reason why Kingdom Hearts 3 ended up being bad. But back on topic with the Sonic.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood, I think is what it
I've
says.
never played it, and I don't want to play it. I've heard very bad things about it.
Oof. All right, haven't played. Sonic Mania Plus. Did you ever hear Colossal singing the Sonic Mania song, whatever song that happened to be?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god! All right, I'll show it to you before the stream ends. It's nothing like amazing, but it's pretty funny. All right, so Sonic Mania Plus, is that like DLC for Sonic Mania?
Yeah, it's just Sonic Mania plus like the extra DLC they added. So it's like the whole game, the whole package.
Right.
Have you played Sonic Mania?
Not yet, but it's definitely on. Like, I got
That's
a whole
good.
bunch of list of to-do things on like from animated movies to games. But this is pretty high up there. I really want to play this one day.
Yeah, I think it's the best classic Sonic game. And objectively, it's really good. I don't really have anything bad to say about it, other than like I personally like 3D Sonic games more.
Mm-hmm.
But even with that said, I think we can put it in S, honestly.
All right, hype. First S.
Yes.
Let's see.
Gems
Sonic
Collections
Gems
is a
Collection.
collection of old games that we're gonna cover eventually. So you can
Okay,
just
so-
get that.
Okay, hold on. I know what to do.
Yeah, just put like a poo list or something.
Collection. There we go.
Sonic Origins will probably come up too, and that's just the first 4 games.
Right.
That's pretty, yeah.
All right, so Sonic Colors. I've heard like some people have told me they really like this, and some people told me they don't like it at all. Where do you stand?
Sonic Colors. Originally, I wasn't like the hugest fan of it, but I kind of gained a new appreciation for it because I've been like replaying it, and maybe it's because I'm just playing it like when I'm super high, because I like the colors. Well, but basically like this game, it's similar to like Sonic Unleashed and Sonic Generations where it's boosting, but it's a lot of 2D levels, and the boost is more restricted because you're limited to only getting them out of Wisp capsules instead of rings. And then there's like the Wisp power-ups that make you slow down and do all these different things. So it's more of like a traditional platformer rather than a Sonic platformer. And the game, if you just play through it normally, it's pretty unremarkable. But there's the 5 secret red star rings, and if you try to go for those, like you get to experience so many cool alternate paths with like the wisps and everything. And it doesn't play at all like the Boost Sonic games. It's more of just like there's a section of level with a bunch of cool like puzzles and things you can do to collect red coins. And then you boost through like some segments to get to that next like more 2D slow segment. So it doesn't play like the other Boost games, but I do think it has its own charm. I like it a lot. I'm putting in B tier.
All right, sounds good. Tails Sky Patrol.
I haven't played it.
I never even heard of it, to be honest.
Sonic Jump's a mobile game. I think I played it once, but it's just like an auto jump mobile game. We can put it in haven't played. Like, who gives a fuck?
All right. So it's like a Temple Run in a way.
Yeah, he just automatically jumps, and you tilt the phone to make him land on a platform, and he just jumps forever.
Oh.
So
Sonic the Hedgehog Triple Trouble.
I really want to play this game, and I played a bit of the fan remake that was made, but I haven't played it all the way through, so I don't think I could give an opinion on it. But from what I've played, it's like pretty okay.
Okay. Sonic Advance. I assume that's the first Game Boy Advance
Yeah,
one.
unfortunately, I'm in the same boat with that one. I played a little bit of it as a kid, but I haven't gone back to play it all the way through, which sucks because it is a very like horror kind of Sonic game. It is a spin-off, but it's like one of the main handheld ones. I
Yeah.
haven't played it, unfortunately, so we have
The
to put it in haven't played unless you played it.
No, the one Sonic game I played a lot on the Advance was it was like an arena fighter game that I played on the Game Boy Advance. I totally don't remember the name, but I think if I see the logo, if I see the title, I will remember it. So hopefully we'll run into that.
Yeah, Sonic Advance has the same graphics as like a Sonic Flash game that came out like in the 2000s. I don't know if you remember it, but there was like this Sonic Flash game, and it had the same graphics as Sonic Advance, and it was really short. It was like 2 zones. But I played over and over again on my keyboard at my dad's work when he worked overtime, and I was just there on my computer as like a 9-year-old. That was before the internet was fucked up, before Twitter and shit like that.
Right.
It's fun. I have good memories about that, yeah.
Sonic Battle, is that the game I'm thinking of?
Yeah, maybe. I think it has similar graphics to like Sonic Advance. It's a Game Boy Advance game as well.
Yeah, like I remember it being arena fighter. You could pick like what's the robot's name?
Gemral. And he copies abilities. Right?
Is that him? It's the red and yellow robot. I'm totally forgetting his name.
Oh, Gamma?
Gamma. I remember like I would always pick him, and my brother used to always pick Shadow, and we would like play it back and forth.
Nice. Speaking of Gamma, he debuted in Sonic Adventure.
Is that the?
We played it.
Is this the first 3D game?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like the Dreamcast one with like
Yeah.
Emerald Coast and Tails and Knuckles and Big the Cat and stuff like that.
Right. What are your thoughts on this one?
I love it. It's great. It's S tier.
All right.
I love it. It's great.
Sonic Forces Speed Battle.
That's a mobile game. I haven't really played it.
Okay. Sonic Boom Shattered Crystal.
I've played a bit of it, but I think I've played enough to just to like rank it. It's not that good. Just put it in D.
I've heard not good things about the Sonic Boom games.
Yeah, the Wii U one's worse, but that's the 3DS one, and it's pretty bad still.
Yeah. All right, Mario Sonic at the Olympic Games. This one I did play. This one was fun as hell. I'd probably put it in like B or A. Like it was like really, really like it was like basically Wii Sports with Mario and Sonic.
Yeah, the game was pretty good. I think we'd put it B. The only reason it isn't higher is because like the genre of game. It's not like
Yeah, it's just like a
greatest
mini
thing
game
ever.
rush. Basically.
But it's good. Yeah, I put it in B for sure.
All right, Sonic Heroes is one of the games I did play a lot as a kid. I remember really, really liking it.
Have you played as an adult?
No.
It's really, really good, but it does have flaws. And because I want to make the S tier more exclusive, I think we gotta put it in A.
I'm fine with that.
Because the controls could be way better. It just needs more polishing. It needs more development time. But the game is good.
Okay, that's fair. All right.
Speaking of a game that had enough development time but was shit regardless, should have never been made, Sonic Forces. Let's put that shit in D tier, dude.
Dude, I
Have
saw...
you played it?
No, I saw a shit ton of videos on it, though. It looked really bad. And the main villain looked cringe to me. Like, that's like...
Yeah.
I don't have anything in depth to say about it. It just looked bad from like everything
It's
I've seen.
pretty bad and mediocre, and normally most people will put it in F tier, but the thing about it is, when I get really high, I get an urge to play it for like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
and I don't get that for Secret Rings, so I feel like that has got to count for something. And
Sure.
like if you put it in front of like if you put Secret Rings in front of a person who's never played a Sonic game before, they'll think it's bad. If you put Sonic Forces in front of a person who's never played a Sonic game before, they'll just think it was like unremarkable. They won't say it's actually bad.
Okay.
Because it still like works. It's just so bland and uninspired, you know.
Right. Sonic Rush Adventure.
Fortunately, one that I should play, but I haven't yet.
Okay. What's the Game Boy game that introduced I don't know if it introduced Blaze, but I know on the cover it had Blaze the cat.
That's a DS game in Sonic Rush. The first
Sonic
one,
Rush.
And I actually have played that, so we can
I think that's I think I did play that one.
Okay, nice.
Sonic
Sonic
Unleashed.
Unleashed on the Wii. Play that. Sonic Unleashed on the Wii versus the Xbox are completely different games.
Okay.
Or not completely different, but it was made like with different level design, and it was made by a different team because the gap between the console power was just too much. But also they wanted to, put a game out on the Wii, so they made a Wii and PS2 version, and then a version for every other console.
Right.
Wii version, it's pretty decent. I would think. But the Werehog stages are annoying as fuck.
Where do you think it goes?
I kind of want to put it D, but also all the games in D are worse than it. All the games in C. Let's just put it in C.
Yeah, I think that's fair. What do you think of the werewolf stages versus the non-werewolf stages?
The non-werewolf stages are way better. Werewolf brings down the game. I know a lot of people like it, but it's a completely different genre. Even if it is like kind of well made, any other beat 'em up game is better, like God of War or whatever. So
Yeah.
nah, I just don't think it should have been there. I do like the aesthetic and like design of the Werehog and the fact that it's day and night, but I think the Werehog level should have been. I think it should have been less combat heavy and more slow platforming heavy, because it still wouldn't be like Sonic, I guess, because he'd be slowed down, but it would still be like platformer, right? And then you could focus more on acrobatics and more precise platforming, because when you play the daytime stages, you're going so fast and so uncontrollable that you lose some of that sense of platforming that you had in the earlier 3D Sonic games. So I think if the Werehog was like that, it would balance it out. But unfortunately, they want to just make it a beat 'em up, and okay. So.
Yeah. Is this like a fan project, Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yes, this is the fan remake of Sonic 06. You guys have probably saw me play it on stream at nauseum over and over.
Right.
Augie plays it too. It's Sonic 06, but remade to actually function as it is meant to be played. And it's the best Sonic game.
So S tier.
It's S tier. It's S tier. I think it's the best. It's my favorite Sonic game. Just that version of it specifically. Because the original is so glitchy and buggy and has so many problems.
Yeah.
That is going to be multiple tiers below S. But when it's finished, I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I did play. I played this when I was in high school, so I was already older. I played 06 because I found it at a GameStop for like $10. So I was like, I got $10 to spend. I might as well get this. And I played it. I couldn't play it for more than an hour, so we'll talk about that when we get to it.
Yeah, it's bad. It's glitchy, but trust me, if you play Project 06, download Project 06 and play it, you will fucking love it. Because, well, right now it's not finished. Right now it's only all of the Sonic stages that you can pick from stage select and all of the shadow stages, and all of that content's complete. But he's right now making the other content and will add it in a later update. But those levels, just like skipping all the town bullshit, skipping all the cutscenes, skipping all the stories, just getting straight to the level and having everything fixed and no glitches, just the levels, it's awesome. It's so fun.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, I wrote it down. Sonic P06.
Yes.
And what website do I download it from?
It's on Chaos X's YouTube channel, so just type out Chaos
X. Alright, cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sonic the Shadow update has been out for like a year. I think the last update should come out sometime this year, so maybe it'd be worth waiting to have it finished. But,
right.
Yeah. Anyway.
Sonic Drift 2.
Haven't played it. Shitty fucking Game Gear game. No one cares.
Sonic R. Okay. I remember this game because my friend, my old friend from high school, I was hanging out at his place. He used to be the drummer of my band. We were hanging out, and he's like, yo, you want to see the best racing game ever? And he put this in, and like, it was, to me, this was even before the JonTron video, I think. To me, it was such a strange game. Like, the music on the game, it was good music, but it was like, it was so like foreign to me, like that type of music going along with like a racing game and going along with Sonic as well, right?
Yeah.
So to me, I've never personally played it, but this game have like a weird, like, it looked really weird from where I was sitting. What do you think of this game?
It's definitely weird, even to this day. It's weird, but I love it. I have a soft spot for it. The music's fun. Obviously, the controls could be better. A lot of things could be better for it, but I have a lot of nostalgia for it, and I like it a lot, and I'm putting it in B.
Okay. The other thing I know about this game is eventually I did see the JonTron video, and it was pretty funny.
Yeah, JonTron. Yeah, the JonTron video was great. I think that video is what made me a JonTron fan. So
I think
and then I watched Game Grumps day one when that shit came out.
I used to watch Game Grumps all the time. I think I was slowly I was starting to not watch them anymore. I think the final straw for me was the whole Aaron and Senior Pello. I know you covered it on your channel.
Oh yeah.
That was like, okay, I can't support this guy anymore. He sucks, dude.
Yeah, Aaron's really weird.
Yeah, but like JonTron, I mean, I still watch him to this day. I think one of my favorite videos from him is actually probably not most people's favorite video. It's the Disney bootleg games. I love that video.
Yeah.
That video's hilarious.
I like that video.
The glitchy Mufasa at the beginning. It's so good.
I love that video.
Sonic Blast. What's this one?
This is a Game Gear game where they tried to use the graphics from Donkey Kong Country and they failed, and this game's not good. It's probably an F, honestly.
Damn. Rip.
Not good at all.
All right.
And before we continue, I just want to say my favorite JonTron video is the the Christian Zoo racing one. Zoo
Oh my
Race.
god, that one is really, really good. That one's.
But
Bruh,
I don't.
I think Kid Icarus also covered that game.
I think he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kid Icarus is a great guy, by the way. Makes great. I love that guy.
I used to watch him more often. I'm still sub to him, I think, though.
Yeah. We could talk about this shit forever, like old gaming YouTube.
Yeah.
But we need to get through the list.
Yeah, for real, we got all this shit still.
Yeah. A lot of it we're gonna be skipping because a lot of it's just like.
Yeah.
Like there's Sonic Colors Ultimate there, like that's just Sonic Colors, right?
Right. So, and look, we've got two Sonic. I don't even know what the difference between these two logos
Yeah, wait,
are.
what? Both those Sonics are the same. Now I know the difference between the first one. That's the Mega System version of Sonic 2, and it's actually so garbage. We're putting it in F.
Oof.
The Game Gear version. It's a different game, by the way, different level design and stuff. It's just bad. OG Sonic 2 is fucking great, but that one's bad.
Yeah, I got you. We'll just put this duplicate here.
Yeah.
Sonic. Okay, so OG Sonic the Hedgehog. I have played this a shit ton. My uncle, I think I was in middle school. He got old. It was the first system, right, for Sega. It was the Genesis is the first one, right? Yeah. So he got that. He got this game, and he got Mortal Kombat for it. And so I played those a lot whenever I would visit my grandma's house. I really, really like this game. I'll still pull up like a ROM of it and play it. It's kind of like how I feel about the old Mario games, where I'll play it for like an hour or two and then I'll just put it down. Like it's just a classic game.
I agree. Green Hill Zone is great. The other zones in the game bog it down a little bit, which is why it's like my least favorite classic Sonic game, but love it a lot. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Green Hill Zone, I know it's been repeated to death, but like if you became a Sonic fan before fucking Generations and onward, when like Green Hill turned into like fucking Puke Hill,
Right.
Green Hill is like such an iconic zone.
Yeah.
I love it. I
And
love
the music
the vibes
is
of it.
music's iconic for that zone
Music
too.
is so iconic. I'm putting it in A.
I think that's totally fair.
Yeah, because like it can't go in S because it's just
There's better. Well, there's
some
better.
Some of the zones are slow and dumb. Like Labyrinth Zone.
I think I would argue Sonic 3 is better than Sonic 1. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. And then the Master System version or the Game Gear version of Sonic, which is also the Master System version. They just have different names in different countries. It's a pretty good game. I put it in B. It's like decent.
All right.
For what it is. I don't know why they dropped the ball when they did Game Gear Sonic 2, but Sonic 1's pretty decent.
Right.
Sonic Spinball. That kind of. I don't like that game.
Is it like a pinball Sonic game?
Yeah. It's
Oh.
kind of shitty. Should we put an F or D? I just don't know. 'Cause, I mean.
Is it literally just like the? Because I know one of the like bonus levels in the old Sonic games was like kind of like a pinball thing. Is it just that, but its own game, or is it an actual
Yeah,
pinball
but
game?
it's like you should look at footage of it. It's like it's like a pinball game, but it's like really weird.
Let me look at
Let's look up footage.
Sonic.
Like
No,
that's this
no.
dank atmosphere. It's
Oh my
weird.
god, I played this a little bit.
And the audio on it's really fucking weird too. This dank cape. The sound effects are like.
This unironically sounds like a Crash song. Okay, so it's basically just a mini game.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know, F or D.
I'll put it in. I'll put it in
Let's just
D.
Put it in D. Let's be fair. Okay. So Unleashed Project is a mod of Sonic Generations that just adds all the daytime stages to Unleashed, so you can just play them. I love these stages. I'm putting it in S, man.
All right, S tier.
Yes.
All right, so there's Mario, Sonic, Rio 2016 Olympic Games.
I haven't played it.
Neither have I.
And I haven't played Sonic Pinball Party. I haven't played Sonic Free Riders, but I know that's already an F because it's like a Connect game.
Oof.
Sonic Adventure 2, unfortunately, I haven't played either.
I don't think I have either.
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. Now we know. That
Wait a
I've played
minute.
That, and we.
Sonic. Let me look that up. I think that's the one I was talking about. Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
It's just Sonic Adventure 2, but with like a little bit of extra stuff.
Okay, no, yeah, that's not what I'm thinking of. Hold on, I gotta look. It's gonna drive me crazy if I don't look it up. Sonic Game Boy Arena Fighter.
That's Sonic Battle.
Yeah, this is the one. Okay,
Yep.
that game was a shit ton of fun. I love that game. All right,
Sonic
Sonic Adventure 2 Battle.
goes to S.
All right,
Have you played it?
I haven't played any of the Sonic Adventure games.
Oh my
But
god.
I grew up with I always grew up with Sony systems. If I played any other system, it was because I was visiting my uncle.
Oh, so you're a Ratchet and Clank fan.
I actually, unfortunately, I didn't get into Ratchet and Clank until I was much older. But I do love Ratchet and Clank. But what I did play a lot of, so I grew up with Kingdom Hearts, obviously, as I mentioned before. I grew up with a lot of I played Jack and Daxter, Sly Cooper, Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot was like my shit. Spyro, even more so.
Spyro, I like Spyro way better than Crash.
Me, same. Spyro was, dude, and the music for Spyro is like top 5 OSTs.
Cause like Spyro, it's more like chill, and you can just like go anywhere and just like play through the game.
Like,
But with like Crash, you have to like kind of focus more and like.
yeah,
tight
Crash is
platforms and
harder.
stuff. Yeah.
But Spyro, like,
Yeah.
I remember, like, I used to listen to just the OST. I still do every now and again. Do you know the band The Police?
No.
So they're a pretty big band, but from like the 80s. Their drummer actually did the OST for the first 3 Spyro games. And he's actually one of my favorite drummers. Yeah, the OST for Spyro, that shit. That's like what I grew up with. Those games, basically. Infamous, once we got to PS3. Stuff like that.
Nice.
Tails
Okay.
Adventure.
Haven't played it.
Okay. Sonic Rivals 2.
Haven't played Sonic Rivals 2. Eggman's Mean Bean Machine is kind of just like a Tetris clone. So it's like, or a Puyo Puyo clone. So it's okay, but like, who gives a fuck? So let's just put like D. That's
Okay.
it. That is the remake of Sonic Adventure, so we don't need that.
Okay.
EX. Sonic Rush. The thing about this game is that I love the levels, but I hate the bosses, and I know a lot of people like this game. But I just think it's like kind of okay. I'll put it on B, honestly. I think it's B.
Okay.
What do you think?
I never played it.
It's the one with Blaze the Cat.
Oh! Then,
Yeah.
okay. I forgot the name of it. Blaze the Cat. I did play this a lot when I was little, but it honestly, none of it stuck with me, I think. So if I was going to rank it on my own, I probably would have put it in haven't played because I just don't have any memory of it. I remember playing it, but I don't remember like anything more than having played it in the past.
Okay, Sonic Adventure 2, we already ranked that one.
Yeah.
London 2012, I haven't played it.
Okay.
Sonic All-Stars Racing Transformed, I actually recently played it, and it's a pretty good game. Not as good as Mario Kart. Some people say it's better than Mario Kart, but it's still pretty solid. But it's also not a platformer, so I think B is good for that.
Okay. Yeah, the only other kart racing game I've played was Crash Team Racing, and I played the remake. Personally, I do like Crash Team Racing more than Mario Kart, but I tried to introduce it to my friend group, and admittedly, I couldn't stick with it either because the load times on that game, and it's a remake, are fucking unbearable. I don't know why a modern game would have terrible loading.
I haven't played it, but a game I'm actually looking forward to is Crash Team Rumble, the one that was announced at Game Awards.
Dude, I was so hyped because I saw the Twitter account said, "What's going on tomorrow?" The day before Game Awards. So when I saw the announcement, I was hyped for it. Anything new of Crash, I'm always gonna be hype about because I do think that's a strong property that should keep going.
Yeah, and I think them doing Crash Team Rumble, now we don't know exactly how it's going to play, but it kind of looks like more of like, I guess it's team-based, so it's kind of like, I guess Overwatch in the sense that you like have multiple teams going against each other. I know that's not specific to Overwatch, but it's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now. So it's team-based, but then it's also like kind of a platformer, and you like collect fruit, and I guess you like fight each other a little bit with like basic moves. So it's kind of like, it kind of has that Fall Guys vibe, where it's like a platformer but online multiplayer. And I think that concept and genre of game has so much potential and is so underutilized. Like the only game that I can think of that does that right now is Fall Guys. So I'm really excited for it, just because it's gonna be like innovative, but not in a way that's like overcomplicated or unfun.
Yeah, the idea of it being like a versus platformer. When I was watching it live, I was like really intrigued by it. And it's like something that like, yeah, Fall Guys does it, but Fall Guys kind of like, it looks like it's going to be like, on a smaller scale, like 4v4.
Yeah. Like Fall Guys is the battle royale platformer, but this is like the team-based matchmaking platformer.
And I'm hyped. Like I'm probably going to I mean, if it's stat based, I'll obviously have a favorite. But if it's not stat based, I'm probably just gonna always go with Dingo Dial. That's like one of my favorite character designs from the game.
I'll probably get that game day one. We should definitely play it. Like,
I'm super down.
Off stream. Yeah.
I was playing when I got it, Crash Team Racing on stream, and it was fun. But like on my drinking streams, I'm drunk, so I'm impatient. So when it's loading for a long time, I'm like, I can't play this game on stream. This takes too long to get through. Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Have you played it?
I've not played it. I've played 1 and 3.
Such a great game. A. Put it in A.
All right, put it right there.
For sure. I mean, I could explain why, but I feel like if I explain in depth why I like all these games, we're gonna be here for like 5 hours, right?
Yeah, like, I mean, you can go into depth. I mean, it's up to you. You're the guest, and I got time, but you just go into depth with whichever ones you feel like you really want to.
Yeah, I mean, Sonic 2, like, I love it, but it's a classic Sonic game. Like, there is more stuff I could say, but also it's kind of like self-explanatory why it's on A, right?
Yeah.
Sonic Colors Ultimate, that's a remake. Triple Trouble 16-bit's a fan game that I haven't finished yet, so haven't played.
Okay.
Mania.
This is a collection.
Just a collection. Shadow the Hedgehog.
Oh boy.
Have you played it?
I played. Me and my younger brother. We played it all the time, and we had fun with it. But we also were like, I think we were just old enough to be aware of how like uber cringe it was. Like,
yeah,
I would always if me and my brother, if I would always be like, bring me the Chaos Emerald. Like, we would just make we would make fun of that guy all the time.
Nice.
The ship, I mean, it was fun, but it was absolutely outrageous. I don't even know if it's a good game, but
it's
I know it's
not
fun.
that good, but I think there can be some fun had with it. I want to put it in C.
I think that's
it's, like,
fair.
on par with the C game.
Like, I feel like it's a game you could play to kind of laugh at, but it's not like terrible. It's fun. You could play it.
It's okay, yeah.
I think
There's
if you got
some
drunk
things
with
in
like
it.
a friend, you could play Shadow the Hedgehog and have a good
Yeah.
time.
All Stars Race. I haven't played that one. I just heard that Transformed is better though. So
Yeah, I mean, I've heard the racing games in general are pretty good.
Drift. Who cares? I haven't played
Hey.
it. I haven't
Sonic
played
Advance 3.
3 either, which is one I really need to play. We already did that.
Yeah. Generations.
Generation. You've played this, right?
I played I played a good amount of it. It was really really good.
I love it. I think this is the bet. Like whenever I think of a Sonic game, it always has like missed potential. Like I wish it was in development longer to like flesh out certain things. But Sonic Generations, the only thing that's wrong with it is that there's not enough of it. The game's too short. It's probably the objectively like best Sonic game. It's not my favorite because I have nostalgia, but if there's no nostalgia involved, I think it's the best Sonic game. And it's definitely like probably the #1 Sonic game I would recommend to a newcomer to the series. I'm putting an S, obviously.
I think that's totally fair. Fun fact: Black Doom is voiced by Sean Schimmel, aka Goku and Lucario. I did not know that. I also didn't realize his name was Black Doom.
They're called the Black Aliens.
Wow.
So there's
Oh,
cutscenes in the game
that's
where
why
it's
he
like-
says, disgusting black creatures. Get out of my sight.
Yes.
That is a great line. That's almost
Yeah.
as good as don't shoot this man. He's not black from Dragon Ball Super.
Oh my god.
Except
Except that one was a mistake, but the shadow one was intentional.
wait, was the shadow one intentional?
Well, it wasn't intentional to be racist, but it was intentional to be like, fuck those black
Creatures,
arms
yeah.
aliens.
Yeah. Also, fun fact about Sean Schimmel, in my opinion, he's kind of a dickhead. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric.
F. It's really bad. 3D
Yeah.
Blast. I have a soft spot for it, but it's pretty jank. I think we're putting that in C.
Okay. Sonic and
Sonic
Knuckles.
and Knuckles. Well, we're eventually gonna get Sonic 3 and Knuckles, which is like the combined full version of Sonic 3.
Alright.
So I think let's put Sonic and Knuckles in normal Sonic 3 and like Y, and we'll just like.
Okay, yeah, we'll
combine
get to
them.
that eventually.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Roboblast 2.
Roboblast
That's
2.
like a fan game that was actually made before Sonic Adventure. It's a 3D Sonic fan game that first was made in 1996, and it is still being updated to this day by a passionate community. It's cool. I'm not a huge fan of it though. Let's put it in C.
Shadow should not be in. Where should it be, Spooky? You tell me in chat where it
It
should
should
be.
probably be lower, but I recently got a soft spot from it. I actually made a video on it, a YouTube video on it.
No, next. So the reason why I say Sean Schimmel is cringe is because he lied about his house getting broken into over the Vic Mignogna thing. Also, oh no, I'm caught up on chat. Never mind. All right, Sonic Pocket Adventure.
I haven't played it.
Okay.
And I
Team
haven't played
Racing.
Team Sonic Racing. I haven't played anything. Just put everything and haven't played up to Sonic Lost World.
Up to Lost
I haven't
World.
played
Okay.
any of these, yeah.
Sonic
This list is
Jam.
very extensive, but I just figured
Sonic
we
Jam.
would have the.
that
Yeah,
like
that's a collection. That's a collection.
I was
of
about to
Sonic
ask if that was a
games.
music game.
No. Cool if it was though. You know, Sonic has such great music, but I don't think there's any Sonic music games or rhythm games.
That's surprising because the last Kingdom Hearts game that came out was actually a music game, and
If there was a Sonic music game, people would love it. I don't know why Sega hasn't done that yet.
I feel like
It's a
I
no-brainer.
feel like, especially when rhythm games were really popular, I would have expected them to make one. I guess not.
Sonic
Um,
Lost World, have you played it?
No.
It is very divisive. It is a very weird game. I have a soft spot for it. It's kind of the pseudo sequel to Sonic Colors, but it's also not a boost game. I personally, for me, I'll put it in A, but I understand why people are gonna be upset. This is probably my most controversial placing, but I'm placing A.
All right.
I
He
like it
also
a
got
lot.
exposed for. Oh yeah, I saw that, but I mean, those are jokes behind the scenes. I don't care if he did that. Those clips are hilarious. Sean Schimmel.
Now I haven't
saying
played Sonic
slurs.
Battle, but
I've-
you have.
This
so
game,
you can place this.
I'm going purely off nostalgia. I'm putting this in A tier. This game was so much fun. I don't remember like anything about the story. I just remember playing this for like hours on end. Even if we weren't like in the car going somewhere, me and my brother would just sit down and like take turns playing this game. Like this game, tons of fun. Love this game.
Great, awesome. I haven't played it, but I remember seeing ads for it like in the instruction manuals for the other Sonic games that came out at the time. Went back when they did that, so I do have like nostalgia for like what it looks like and stuff like that, but I haven't played it.
Like that logo alone, I remember that so
Yeah, I
very
remember
clearly.
the logo. The logo's weird. Like, what even is that? Like a fire? Is that like a character in the game? Like
No, I
Fireball
think it's
guy?
just supposed to be fire with Sonic's eyes. I think that's all it
Kinda
is.
badass. Kind of random. They always did random shit like that in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Sonic
Everything had to
Origins
be
is a
extreme in the
collection.
2000s, you know?
Yeah, extreme like Sonic Riders. I love that aesthetic though. Like Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
Even Shadow the Hedgehog, even though it's over the top. Like,
I mean, that's like my childhood. I was born in like 94, so I'm totally enveloped in all the extreme stuff that would come out.
hell yeah. And I was
New
born in
metal, like
97, so-
new metal was an extreme genre. Like it all fit together.
I love it.
Sonic
Origins
Origins.
is a collection of the
All right.
classics.
Sonic Colors DS.
I haven't played it, but it's like my #1 Sonic game to play right now that I haven't because people say it's really good. And I'm
Right.
excited to play it, but it's like it's on DS and it's not re-released conveniently anywhere. So, and like if I get a copy online, it's like $100. I don't know if I want to pay $100 for a DS game.
Right. And they don't have a ROM of this.
I guess they do, but I've never played a DS. I feel like playing DS games on emulators just awkward.
It is if like okay, so I'll give you a good example. I was going to stream one of the Kingdom Hearts DS games, but like thankfully that game doesn't need the touchpad that much. But I imagine any game that would need the touchpad, it would be really awkward. I know there are ways to get around that, but I think it's too complicated to be worth it.
One of my favorite DS games is Phantom Hourglass, Zelda Phantom Hourglass, but I can't play it on stream because it's just so touchscreen based and there's no good way to play it. Also, I don't know what was Augie's final list. He better have not put Phantom Hourglass low. I swear to God.
I can't remember off the top of my head. We can give it a quick look at the end if you want.
He probably did put it low. People underappreciate the hell out of that game. But, yeah, Sonic Riders, I heard it's good. I haven't played it. Nick DiOrio, this is actually the only Sonic game Nick DiOrio's played. So
That sounds about right.
Sonic Rivals, I haven't played.
All right. Okay, so there's Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles.
Someone says in chat, if you're looking to buy new, it's going to cost a lot. I bought a used card. Yeah, I don't mind buying it. I just want the case. So, like, if it's used, but there's still a case, I'm fine. But if it's just the cartridge, I don't want that, because, like, I want a place to store it. But if you see, like, a listing, you can, like, link me on, like, Discord or Twitter or whatever, Hopeful Blue. Sonic 3 and Knuckles. What's your opinion on it? You've played it.
I remember, so just like with the original one, I do remember playing it. I remember liking it a lot more than Sonic the Hedgehog. But I don't know if I remember enough to say definitively if it should be a tier above it. But
yeah,
definitely better.
I like it a lot, but I think every game we have in S tier is better so far. So I think I'm gonna put it in A, but it would be like top of A for sure.
Okay. Oh, by the way, Spooky. New metal for me, the songs that are good are really, really good, but the ones that are bad are really bad. That's how I feel about new metal. Okay, Sega Superstar
Haven't
Tennis.
played that and haven't played Shuffle, so we'd go to Unleash now.
Should this count as a Sonic game? It doesn't even have Sonic's name in it.
I don't know. This list is super excessive.
Sonic
Like,
Shuffle.
Every little thing you would even consider Sonic. That's why there's so much like garbage on the bottom.
Yeah, like they even specify like which console versions too.
Yeah. So.
Sonic Shuffle. You haven't played this one, right?
No.
Sonic Unleashed.
Sonic Unleashed. Have you played it?
No. This is one that I did want to play when it came out, but I just.
Great game, but all of the fucking fanboys of it who grew up with the game because it came out in 2008 are now coming out of the woodwork, and they're overhyping the hell out of it. It used to be one of the most underrated Sonic games because people hated it when it came out because of the Werehog, and
Right.
Sonic 06 was fresh. Now, it's one of the most overrated Sonic games. I don't think it's as good as what people say, but I do think it's good, and because of that, it's going into... I don't know if it should go to A or B. I gotta look at the list to compare. I mean, it's pretty much as good as Sonic. This is controversial. Oh, people in chat are getting mad. There's already Bowblax L's. Let's just put it in A. It's definitely better than all the B games, so let's just put it in A.
All
I don't
right,
wanna
fair
get
enough.
killed.
Come on, chat. Be nice to our guys.
Sega Sonic the Hedgehog. I played a little bit of this. It's an arcade game, and the reason it's never been ported is because it uses a trackball, and you trackball Sonic around. But I haven't played enough of it because I just played it at like a friend's house when I was a kid as a cabinet because his dad collect cabinets or whatever.
Uh-huh.
We could just put it in haven't played because it's been so long. I don't
Right.
fucking know.
Sonic
Mobile
Dash
game, no
2.
one cares.
Okay.
Unleashed PS2 is the same as Wii, so
Okay.
we already did
Yeah,
that.
so put that in
Sonic
Y.
Runners is like a discontinued mobile game, but it was actually made by Sonic Team and it's apparently really good, but I haven't played it because I didn't have a phone that could play it back when it was still there.
I wish there was a way to play mobile games even after they're being supported.
Yeah, because mobile games get discontinued so like easily.
Because like
in comparison to actual games.
Yeah, there's like a few games that like they're basically story based, and I'm like, okay, I like to, if something's ongoing, I like to wait till it's finished and then play it. So, I know I reference Kingdom Hearts all the time, but that's what I have the most knowledge of. There was a Kingdom Hearts mobile game. The story was ongoing for years, so I'm like, I'm gonna put this down, wait for it all to come out, play it all. They ended it a week after the last part came out, so I just didn't even have time to play it all. I'm like, fucking whatever, I don't even care.
That's so stupid. That's actually genuinely dumb.
Yeah, and I told myself, I'm like, the story's not even gonna matter. And now I've seen a lot of hints towards the mobile game is gonna matter. So I'm gonna have to watch this like 4-hour compilation of the damn mobile game now.
Dumb.
Mario and Sonic.
So annoying.
Yeah, that's the one most annoying thing about being a Kingdom Hearts fan. Oh, another collection. I'll just put that here ahead of time. Sonic at the Olympic Games. What's the difference with this one?
That's like the newest one, but it's
Oh.
just in smaller text because they're trying to be minimalistic. I haven't played it. Now Sonic N.
Uh-oh.
Homies love this one. No, I'm just kidding. It's a remake of Sonic Advance.
Oh, okay.
So
Why'd they call it Sonic
I
N?
don't know why there's Sonic N. I think it's because it's like for like it was like a mobile gaming phone hybrid back in the day. It was like it's called like N-Gage, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, but it's just Sonic with like a giant N poking out. So just don't misuse that logo. But yeah, we haven't played that, fortunately.
When you drop your album, you gotta use that N specifically.
Yeah. Sonic CD, have you played it?
No.
I like it. It's different. It's definitely the black sheep of the classic Sonic games, but I think it's fun, and I would put it in A.
All right. Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, so this is the OG Sonic the Hedgehog. This, I think. I mean, I'm not gonna give any definitive opinions because I did only play it for an hour, but oh boy, that hour was really tough. I don't think this game's good at all. Based on what I played, but I mean, you
So
can go
broken,
ahead.
but underneath is a good game. But fuck, I gotta be fair, man. I would put it in.
See?
Might be a little high, but I would play it over all of the games in D and F. So.
Okay. I'm not gonna argue on it.
Controversial picks here. I have some controversial picks. I mean, it could be D if we want to. We can put it in D.
We could just put it at the top of D.
Yeah. Pretty bad, yeah. And we have PO6 at the top, so it
Oh,
already has the appreciation for like what it
Wait,
could be. So.
Put this. Yeah, you've already clarified that underneath all the
Yeah,
shit.
so
is good.
yeah, let's put it in D.
Alright.
Knuckles Chaotix. I have not played this game. Augie wants me to play it, and I want to play it, but it's only on the 32X. So.
Oh wait,
hard.
they don't
And I
have They don't have the Sonic Dream Simulator game.
Oh fuck yeah, that one.
Have you played that?
Right. Yeah.
That
It
one's a
came
trip.
out when I was like, active on the internet. I think I
That
did a
one's
stream
so
on it, maybe.
fun. I remember seeing the Game Grumps play it, and I was
Yeah, I
like,
saw that too.
that was a
It's
good
great.
episode.
that was
Sonic
great.
Dash Plus.
Fucking mobile bullshit. Don't care.
Okay. Sonic Boom,
Fire
Fire
and
and
Ice.
Ice.
It's a sequel to the 3DS game. It's slightly better than it, but it's also kind of poo.
So keep it in
But
D.
it's not like it's like average though. I think we could put it in C honestly.
Okay.
It's not like broken.
Sonic Riders, Zero Gravity.
I haven't played it.
Okay.
Sonic Chaos. I haven't played it either.
Episode
Sonic
2.
4 Episode 2. I like it more than other people. This will be another controversial. I'm putting it in C. I'm putting it in C, but it'll be controversial. People don't like that game. I think it's good. I think it's pretty good.
Sonic Labyrinth.
I haven't played it.
Alright, Sonic Frontiers, brand new game.
Frontier. Okay, scroll up because I need to see like what's an S and A because that's where I am with it right now, like in between S and A. Is it better than everything in A? Would I play it over Sonic 3? Is it more solid than Sonic 3? I don't know. That's tough. I think it could go at the bottom of S, honestly.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
It's good. I think, yeah. Okay, Olympic Games, no. Classic Collection, no. Let me actually look. Is there anything of note left? Okay, so the last thing is Sonic Speed Simulator. Is a game I've played a lot. It's a Roblox game, but it's really good. Putting it in A.
Okay.
And then the last one would be Sonic Lost World 3DS, which I would put in B.
Okay, and then everything else you haven't played.
Yeah, that's all just bullshit.
Alright, so then we've got our completed Sonic the Hedgehog tier list here.
Yeah, Exotic is fucking mad, dude.
Is Exotic tripping?
Yeah,
Sonic Lost World
Sonic
is
Lost-
an A, is a massive. Sonic
Okay,
Eraser.
the
What is
thing
this
about
logo?
Sonic Lost World, I don't know. The thing about Sonic Lost World is that it's a good game, but it's not a good Sonic game because it plays almost nothing like a Sonic game. And if you play it with the mindset that it is a Sonic game, it's gonna be less fun than if you play it out the gate. Like if this is someone's first Sonic game, I think they'll remember it fondly and think it's a good game. If it's not, then yeah.
Okay, so
Hopefully, Bowblax may have some controversial Sonic takes, but at the end of the day, we're all friends.
based. True,
So
actually.
true.
So let's
Um,
look for the I'm gonna look up Augie's list real quick so you can take a look at it.
Yes.
Here. Let's see, where are you? Here we go.
Okay. What is the final list? Oh, there must have... Okay, where is Phantom Hourglass?
Phantom Hourglass.
It's
is
B?
B tier.
Bruh. Wait, is this ordered in like the best? Like, is like the best to the left
I think we
of the tier?
yeah, I
or
think
is it
we
not?
ended up taking the time to organize it. So the left is the best, and then to the right is the worst.
Okay. So what's better? Skyward Sword I like a lot too. So what? Link's Awakening. Four Swords Anniversary? Why is Four Swords so high up there? What?
I don't know.
Four Swords is too high. Link to the Past is too high, but that's controversial. I just don't like it.
Right.
Link's Awakening's good, but it is too high. Wind Waker's overrated as hell.
Ooh,
Wind Waker should be lower.
that's a hot take. I'm pretty
Uh,
sure.
Yeah, I do have some hot takes. Link to the Past and Wind Waker do not deserve to be an S, in my opinion. What else? Okay, what's below that? Yeah, those are the only issues I have with the list. This list, I don't really have that many issues with it. It's just that I think Wind Waker's too high, and I think Link to the Past is too high, and I think Four Swords is too high, and that's it.
Okay. Are there any other
The
lists?
Sonic debate between Bowblax and Augie, yes. And
Well-
Zelda, I'd debate Zelda too.
I think I might invite both of you on for a Mario tier list in the future.
Ooh, Mario, the 3D Marios. Ooh.
Yeah, I think having both of you on for Mario would be pretty good.
Yeah,
And Mario is a series I am much more familiar with.
Yeah, with the Sonic list, unfortunately, it's like just me rambling on because it's mostly only I know the games, and then also we went through so many that I can't like go in depth, right? But like if we do a Mario tier list, there's so much like less mainline Mario games, we can narrow it down a little more, and like I feel like since those games are just like better made, be realistic, I like Sonic, but they're better made. And more iconic, I think there's a lot more discussion to be had about, like, let's say Super Mario Galaxy 2 versus Super Mario Sunshine versus, you know, the difference between Sonic 1 and Sonic 2, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Here's Colossal
do that,
singing
I would love to.
Sonic Mania for...
Sonic Mania.
I don't know why he was singing this.
Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania. I'm gonna run through the hoops.
I don't know what the context of this is, to be honest.
I don't know either, and I think that background music in the background isn't even Sonic music.
I don't think it is. No, I know it's not. But I think I do hear like a second voice under him, and it sounds like some kid singing it. For like, so I do wonder if some random kid made the song and Colossal found it funny, just sing over it. Oh yeah, he says, I don't know if I can say what he says here on Twitch at one point in the song.
Damn.
Hold on.
Crazy.
Hold on, let me mute myself on stream real quick and I'll tell you what he says.
What? What's that have to do with Sonic? I hate immigrants,
Yeah.
but I love chili dogs. Like, what? When does Sonic say that?
Oh. Oh wait, I didn't mute you.
The immigrants are no good. Get them out of our country. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast over the border.
Anyways, okay, so you down to answer some questions here at the end?
Yes. What is
Alright.
up?
Alright, so Sonic,
Formula
let me
Nation, ask
let me bring
the
back the
question.
lo-fi real quick, so we just have that in the background.
Oh hell yeah! I love that animation.
Yeah, this is. I just typed in Sonic lo-fi, and that was the first thing that popped up. That was
The
in the.
chows are so iconic too. I love chow.
Yeah.
I actually recently got like a chow. I got some chow bling, King Ice. It's like a dark chow diamond necklace. Fucking awesome.
All right. So, we've got from Teddy. Question for Bowblax: do you think Sonic the Hedgehog 3 will end with the death of Sonic?
Sonic the Hedgehog 3? That
The
game's
movie.
already out.
No, the movie.
Oh, movie. No, but it would be funny if it did.
That
But
would be kind of funny.
definitely not.
What did you think of the second movie?
I liked it. I liked it better than the first. Like, you know, as like a Sonic movie that could be the most enjoyable to me based on the concept of being a Sonic movie, it's not peak. You could definitely go up from here.
Yeah.
And it is a kids movie, so there's certain things in it that I'm like, I'm not a fan of, but I understand why it's in there.
I definitely think it was way better than the first one. The biggest problem with the first one is all like, I don't care about all these humans, all right? I want to see the characters. I want to see Sonic, right? The second movie did a way better job of that, but it still had some of that. Like the whole wedding.
Yeah.
The whole
and
wedding thing was like kind of pointless.
It was a little weird. I liked the wedding thing, but the thing is, would I have preferred it to be like them visiting Green Hill, them visiting like Labyrinth Zone, or them visiting like Casino Night or something, like them doing something more Sonic-y to replace that time with the wedding? Yeah, I would have liked that. But the wedding, I didn't hate it, but I'm like, this would have fit better in a non-Sonic movie, right? Like a different comedy film. But yeah.
Yeah, like on its
it.
own, it was funny. It wasn't bad. It wasn't like I didn't laugh, but like for a Sonic movie, it was like it could have been cut easy.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, next question. Bowblax always plays Sunshine, Pikmin, and of course Sonic. What gaming world would you like to live in, and why? It doesn't have to be one of those options. And then he wants me to answer as well.
Gaming world. There's so many gaming worlds, like a lot of gaming worlds. So I'm just gonna like Just say Super Mario Sunshine. Yeah, because he brought it up, and that's a world I would definitely love to visit.
Yeah.
You know, tropical vacation. Uh, you know, it seems fun. So definitely Mario Sunshine. But if I thought about it like harder and thought about every video game that I've ever played or have ever existed, I could probably find a better answer. But Sunshine, yeah, I'll go with that.
Okay. I think off the top, I'll say outright, I wouldn't want to live in the Kingdom Hearts world. Although it would be cool to see all those different Disney worlds, the idea of running into like the Heartless, it's like that's actually terrifying, especially if I don't have the means to defend myself. I think if I had to pick a world, maybe the Jack and Dax from the first game specifically, the Jack and Daxter world. That looks really, really interesting. I'll go that off the top of my head, but again, like Bowblax said, if I had more time to think about it, I could probably come up with more options.
Of course. Big question, just dumping it on us like
For
that.
real. Okay, and there was one more question by Nexajet, I believe. Question for both of you. Who's your favorite Sonic character and why? And would you like to see an animated adaptation of the IDW comics?
My favorite Sonic character is probably Chaos Zero, because I like his color scheme. I like that he can like transform into different things with the emeralds. I like that he's like a mutated Chao. I like that he's like seen as like this crazy monster, and obviously he destroyed Station Square in Sonic Adventure. But now with the new lore from Sonic Frontiers, we know he like, and even from Sonic Adventure in the end, we like know he's peaceful. He comes from a peaceful race, and he was just, you know, triggered by some shit. So yeah, I like Chaos Zero is my favorite.
I think this might be really edgy, but I actually really do like Shadow the Hedgehog.
I like Shadow too. He's definitely one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I kind of have like a group of 5 favorite characters, which is Metal Sonic, Shadow, Tails, Chaos Zero, and Mephiles. Those are like my favorites. So yeah, Shadow's really, really cool. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
'Cause he's like edgy, but I guess he's not too edgy, but he is really edgy. I don't know, but like,
I think it's
I
because
like
of
the memes they do with him too.
I think it's the game's fault that he's considered so edgy. I think he was just a little edgy in the original games.
Yeah.
But
They kind of played it up for the memes, but I kind of like the memes. Like,
yeah.
when you listen to like the Sonic Twitter and they like answer Twitter questions as like the Sonic voice cast or whatever, as if they were the characters, he says stuff like, you know, I love long walks on the beach and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And it's just really funny.
I don't remember, did they announce who's voicing Shadow in the third movie?
I don't think so.
Who would you want to hear voice Shadow? You had to think of somebody.
I don't know. I'm not really that familiar with voice actors.
Okay.
Fuck it, Danny DeVito did. He can
Danny
voice it.
DeVito? Danny DeVito would actually be a good Eggman now that you say that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like most people could probably do the voice pretty easily. It's not like that hard of a voice to do.
Okay, alright, well then I think that's everything. Thank you for joining me. If you don't mind waiting for a bit, I do want to talk to you a little bit after.
Okay.
So I'm going to just deafen and set everything up to end the stream.
Alright.
But thank you so
Thanks
much
for
for
having
joining
me on.
us.
Yeah, no problem.
Alright, big shout out to Bowblax for joining us today. I think the stream went really well. I had a great time. Let's see who I should raid. Oh no, I'm showing you guys my shit. Now you know exactly who I follow on Twitch. This is not good. Uh-oh. It's an endless... Oh my god. It's an endless... It's an endless void. Oh no, let's stop that before y'all go crazy. Chris is live if you want to raid. Is he live on... Oh, he is. Okay, let's do that then. Renew. Okay, Sherry. Whatever you say, Sherry, alright? Raid. Wait. /raid. Chris the Narc. Alright, so we'll send you guys over there. Your IP is showing? Okay, good one. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm so glad we hit the 50 followers. And hope you guys have a great time. Sending y'all to Chris the Narc. So, peace out, everybody. Have a great night.